So New South Wales recorded 3 locally acquired cases of COVID in the 24 hours to 8 p.m. last night. All of the new locally acquired cases are in Western Sydney. The source of the 2 of these cases, a man in his 40s and a man in his 20s, are under investigation, and the third case, a man in his 20s, is a close household contact of one of the cases. None of these 3 cases are currently linked to the Avalon cluster, which now numbers 146, following the addition of 2 previously reported cases which have now been linked to this cluster. There were 2 new cases were acquired overseas. There were testing in the order of 32,000 and 10 tests were reported in 8 p.m. last night. So thank you very much to the community for coming forward for that testing. As the Premier indicated, we are particularly making a call out to those residents of Western Sydney, particularly those areas of Greystanes, Auburn, Berala and Lidcombe. Please come forward and get tested with even the most mildest of symptoms, and please keep up to date with the alerts on the New South Wales Government website. There are many venues that are being loaded in that area, and I will go through a number of them, but it is important that you keep yourself across those. In terms of some other updates, that investigations have revealed that a case from the Croydon cluster and a case from the Wollongong cluster both attended the Swallowed Anchor restaurant in Wollongong on the 19th of December. So last night we put out an urgent public health alert and contacted a number of people at that restaurant, and thank you for the cooperation of the owner of that restaurant, to alert them to the fact that there may have been a transmission event at that venue. So this was before either the case from Croydon cluster or the case from Wollongong had their infection. And what we're looking at is whether they were both infected at that time and date. So this is a triangulation piece. It may turn out not to be the case, but for the abundance of caution, everyone at that venue on the 19th of December needs to immediately get tested and isolate, and we will get back to you with the advice once we have those tests to hand. So anyone who attended the Swallowed Anchor at 156 to 160 Crown Street, Wollongong, on Saturday the 19th of December at any time during the day must get tested immediately and self-isolate until they receive further advice from New South Wales Health. The genomic sequencing result came back late yesterday, and what that showed is the Croydon cluster is linked to the Avalon cluster, and the 2 cases reported in Wollongong are also linked to the Avalon cluster. So all those cases are linked, and investigations and contact tracing are trying to establish the epidemiological links, particularly to identify those missing links, and hence the importance in relation to the Swallowed Anchor restaurant. There may have been a person at that restaurant who unknowingly had COVID at that time, who then had exposures or links to the Northern Beaches venues or sites. It is critical we get to the bottom of this, and so I urge everyone at that venue. But we are also concerned that if transmission occurred to 2 other people at that venue, other people may have unknowingly been infected. So again, thank you for the Wollongong population for turning out in such large numbers for testing. Testing numbers did drop off a little bit yesterday, but it is critical that we maintain those high rates of testing. As you're aware, there are a number of venues that we've nominated in Wollongong, and it is important that should anyone develop symptoms, a single test at one point in time does not predict whether you will subsequently go on and get the disease. So it is important that that vigilance, you have that strong sense of vigilance for that 14 days since you're in those exposure venues. The sewage testing has also indicated that in Wollongong, the sewage has now become positive. We have those 2 cases in Wollongong, but again, a real call out to that broader community around Wollongong to come forward for testing. And that catchment extends quite broadly. Please refer to our website, but it encompasses quite a broad catchment around that Wollongong, Port Kembla area. In terms of the Western Sydney cases, the 3 new locally acquired cases today in Western Sydney, and there are a number of exposure venues associated with these cases. So anyone who visited any one of the following venues at the listed times is considered a casual contact who must get tested immediately and isolate until a negative test. In terms of BWS at Berala, which is on 15 to 16 Woodburn Road, Berala, anyone who was there on Thursday the 24th of December from 4:45 to 9:06 p.m, Saturday the 26th of December 9:55 to 7:04, Monday the 28th of December from 12:44 to 7:15 p.m. The Pure Thai Berala at 160 Woodburn Road, Berala, if you were there on Saturday the 26th of December, any time between 2 to 4 p.m, and Monday the 28th of December, any time between 2 to 4 p.m, and Ashfield's Bunnings on the corner of Parramatta Road and Frederick Street on Monday the 28th of December from 12 to 1 p.m. There are also a number of venues that we have listed in the Smithfield area and the Berala. In terms of the Berala Woolworths, again at 15 to 16 Woodburn Road, Berala, we're asking anyone who has been there to get tested immediately and self-isolate. And the dates there again are Thursday the 24th of December from 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m, Saturday the 26th of December from 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m, and Monday December 28th from 7:15 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. There are a couple of other venues, so I do urge everyone to go to that website. It is imperative at this point of time that we do all our best to come out and get that testing. That will give us an idea that we've obviously got some missing links at the moment. We hope to solve those mysteries over coming days, but you have an important role to play in the community. Please come forward and get tested, particularly in those areas that I've announced. Check the website. Please do not go to work if you have the slightest of symptoms. Please stay home and get tested. And we appreciate the support of businesses in strongly messaging to their staff around the importance of staying home. So businesses again have that key role to play in supporting people not coming to work whilst potentially symptomatic. That will all help us better understand and detect these undiagnosed and unrecognised chains of transmission. Thank you.